What's up, pretty babies? Welcome back to another video. As y'all can see by the title, I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make the intro that you just saw in the beginning. So that is a simple intro, so this video should not be that long. All you have to do is pay attention to the steps and you will achieve this intro. So I'm gonna be doing this in steps so y'all won't be confused. So now let's get started. So you already know I have to go to my photos and I create this album just for everything that I'm going to include inside of this intro. And as you can see, this is the intro right here. Clearly y'all seen it already. So this is also for people like who don't have pictures of themselves. A lot of y'all kept asking me if I could make like a text-based intro or intro for people who don't really take pictures like that. So you could skip like the pictures part. You don't need to find pictures of yourself, but as you can see, I only use 3 pictures. If you have 1 picture of yourself, then that is fine. Like, you don't need 1,000 pictures for this. What you're gonna be using is all of the stuff you seen in the intro in the beginning. All I did was take pictures of myself and take a white background. Actually, this is a PNG, but you're gonna need a white background, so let me go save that now. So I'm gonna get everything ready before we get right into the intro, because the best thing to do is just to get everything ready before you actually start on the intro, so that it can be easy and you can put all of it together. So I'm gonna just go to the first one and hold down on it and click on add to photos, and I'm gonna add the white background to simple intro album. And yeah, but like I said, you're gonna need 3 pictures or 1 picture. You do not need 3. I just chose 3 pictures, and that's clearly what we're gonna need, and a white background of ourselves. And I'm gonna show y'all how I make like the effects and all of that in the background and how I get all of this stuff. So the first thing we're gonna do is do our YouTube name. As you can see right here, I have Pretty Taylor, so I'm gonna show y'all how to do that. That's gonna be the first thing I show y'all how to do. Then I'm gonna show y'all how to get the Instagram and your Instagram name, your Snapchat name, your Twitter, whatever. So if you don't have a Snapchat, Instagram, it does not matter. It's okay. You can do other social medias. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna use Pixar. As you can see, you're gonna need Pixar. We're gonna go inside of Pixar, and what we're gonna do, X this out, and let's exit out, and then we're gonna click on the plus sign and scroll all the way down to where it says color background, and you will see like the little grid. That is a PNG. So the very first one, which is this one right here, you just click on it. You're gonna click on next. You're gonna click on save and download photos, so that we can have a PNG saved into our phone for the next part. So the next app we're gonna need is FunToes. So let's go inside of FunToes and click on the camera. Once you click on photo albums, you're just gonna insert what we just saved from Pixar. Then you're gonna click on done, and boom, we have a PNG in here. So what I'm gonna do is click anywhere on the screen and it will say add text. So you click on that, and what I do is in all caps, I'm gonna put Hater, the ending of my name, of my YouTube name, and I'm gonna go to fonts, and I don't even remember which font I use, to be honest with you, but we're gonna use like one of these, Avener, I guess that's how you pronounce it. We're gonna use one of those fonts. So we're gonna go with this one right here, the one that I'm holding on, the one we're gonna use. And what I'm gonna do is go to style. I'm gonna go over to style again, and where it says shadow and alpha, I'm gonna turn the alpha all the way up, and we could just leave it like that. So what I'm gonna do next is click on the share button, and I'm gonna click on save image as PNG, go on OK, and of course it's gonna show you an ad. So while the ad is playing, the next thing we're gonna do is add the beginning of our name now. So now I'm gonna click on text and delete this, and in all lowercase I'm gonna put pretty. Go to font, then go to my fonts, and I like to use this Christina signature font. So this is what I'm gonna click on, and click on done, and I'm gonna zoom this up. And what I'm gonna do is go to style again, and you will see where it says spacing. You wanna click on spacing and turn the letter up some to like letter 3. I guess we'll do number 3. And then we're gonna click on save and save image as PNG. So I'm gonna show y'all how to get the font, because if you're new to my channel, I'm pretty sure you're confused on how to save a font. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go inside of Safari, and we're gonna put in Christina, I guess that's how you say it, signature, and put font afterwards. And it should take you straight to thefont.com. I didn't feel like, or you can go to thefont.com and search it up. And this is the font right here. You want to go over to where it says download, click on download, and click on download again. And at the top right, you see where the arrow jump. You're going to click on it, and it takes you to your file. So it might disappear somewhere. You might not see it. All you have to do is search it, Christina. And as you can see, I downloaded this 1,000,000 times for all of the videos that I showed y'all how to download a font. So you just click on the Christina one, you click on share, you go over to FunToes, and it should take you to FunToes. If you never installed this before, you will see where mine says install, yours will say install, and it will be in blue. You just click on it and it will show exactly how you see mine, and that's how you download a font. So that's how I do that. So now we're gonna move on to the Instagram, the Snapchat, and all of that. So we're gonna do the Snapchat names, the Instagram names, Twitter names, whatever. So I'm gonna go to @PrettyTaylor, and I'm gonna size this down, because the way you show it is the way it's gonna save. So we're gonna move this down some more, And what I'm gonna do is click on save image as PNG, go back to it and do the same for my Snapchat because my Twitter is the same as my Instagram, so I don't have to do another pretty tater. I could just use the same one. We're gonna bring this up some. This is my Snapchat name and we're gonna save it. So now I have my Snapchat, my Instagram, and my Twitter social media names already. So now we're gonna add Instagram name, Snapchat, and Twitter. Not our name, but the actual name of Snapchat, Instagram, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna go to the same font we used for our name, or we can do a different font. It doesn't matter. I just kept doing the Avena font because I like the way that it shows. So that's what we're gonna use. I guess we can use this one right here. It doesn't really matter in my opinion. So now let's go to style. Let's go over to style again, go to spacing, and we're gonna bring this close together like that. So we have that. We're gonna click on save images PNG. Add wants to play all the time. So we're just gonna go back into it and insert Snapchat and Twitter or whatever social medias that y'all have. But I'm just showing y'all how I made mine. So now let's put Snapchat. Let's save it again. Save images PNG. Okay, go back in and we're gonna do Twitter. So this one is actually way easier than my other intro videos that I show y'all how to do because it's just really simple. So now we have everything well put together. We have the social medias and all of that. So now we're gonna go inside of photo grid and get the pictures ready. If you do not have any pictures of yourself, you can just find a regular background from Google or something. But this is actually me showing y'all how to do a text-based intro because a lot of y'all kept asking me to do an intro that has no pictures. I have to have pictures in my background because I like my intros to have pictures of me so y'all can know who Pretty Tater is. So yeah, and what she looked like. So that's the only reason why I like to insert pictures as my background of myself. I don't like having backgrounds of anything else but myself. So if you have no pictures or you don't want to use any pictures, like I said, you can go to Google and save a regular picture. Follow every step that I'm showing y'all. So we're gonna go into grid, and what I'm gonna do is click on the pictures that I want to use. So I'm inside my simple intro album and I'm gonna click on the 3 pictures. So I think it was in this order. So we're gonna click on the first one, we're gonna click on this one and that one. So what I'm gonna do is click on this one and zoom this up so the black won't show. And boom. So I know that some of y'all, if you download FunToes, some of y'all will not look like this. It will actually not be in the YouTube ratio size. So I'm gonna show y'all how to do that. So first off, let me show y'all what I'm doing. Click on photo grid where it says photo grid because you want to get rid of that watermark. You can click on like the little circle with the line in it that's basically telling you to get rid of it. That's how you do that, like the first thing right here. Or you can click the X, it doesn't matter. And make sure you click the check right there to get rid of it. And then next, I'm just gonna click on save. Click on the X. There we go. So that's how I make the little picture, whatever. So yeah. Now let's go inside of Pixar. I like to do all of this so I can get it out the way. Go back inside of Pixar. Click on the plus sign. Go all the way down. Click on, not the green. Let me go back. Click on the transparent background. Slide over, add photo. And what you're going to add inside of here is, we're going to start off with one thing. We're going to start off with the YouTube name. So let's insert one of the pieces. So I'm going to start off with adding Tater. And the only reason I do this is so that my names and stuff and everything can have like a dark shadow to it, because I just love stuff with shadows. You can skip this part if you don't mind having your stuff regular looking. I like mine to have like a darker shadow to it because the shadow don't be dark enough. So just go over to where it says, not border, let me go back. Okay, go to where it says shadow, and we're going to turn the opacity all the way up, and I turned like the little blur to 20. And what we're going to do is go to position and have the horizontal on 1. No, actually we can do 0, 0. Okay, and click on apply, click on next, click on save, click on download photo. Go on the back arrow, and now we're going to insert pretty. Then we're going to do the same thing that we did for the first one, and we're going to do that to all of the others. So I'm going to click the back arrow. Now we're going to do the Instagram, Twitter, all of that. Let's click on shadow and turn this up, and we're going to put this on like 15 because this one actually was hard to show for the shadow. So let's go back like that, click on apply, next, save, download photo. And we're just doing that for all of them. And we're almost done, so let's do that. So for the Snapchat and Twitter and all of that, what I'm gonna do is zoom this up, shadow, turn opacity up, blur to 20. And what I do for this part, I don't know why I just do this. For position, for horizontal, I just put it on number 1 and vertical 0. And we're gonna add the Twitter symbol. So let's go to where it says sticker, and what we're gonna do is go to where it says search, and we're gonna search up Twitter logo. So the Twitter logo that I use, I don't even remember which one I used, but okay, so this is the one that I use, so we're gonna use this. So what we're gonna do is zoom in, and we're gonna move this about like in the middle, like right there. And right there is perfect. So now let's add a shadow to the Twitter logo, since we want to have a shadow so bad. And that's what it would look like. And try not to move the Twitter sign because you don't want to mess it up. The order that you have it in. Okay, that's good. So what I do is I click on it, go to adjust, and I turn the contrast all the way up, or you can just, I'll do 32. Click on apply, go back, and boom. Click on apply, next, save, download photo. Go back, and we're gonna do the same thing for Snapchat and Instagram. So zoom this up and add a shadow to it. Opacity all the way up, blur on 20, and we're gonna go to position and put it on number 1. And for vertical, we're gonna put on 0. We're gonna move this down some because you don't want it to mess up. So what I'm gonna do is go to sticker, and now we're gonna search up a Snapchat logo. So the Snapchat logo one that I use, I just kept on scrolling and we will find it. So don't worry, just be patient. This is the one that I used right here, and we're just gonna do the same thing that we did for the Twitter one for this one. So we're gonna turn this over like that, and actually I think I got it in the right spot. So make sure you add a shadow, and for these I just put 0, 0, and turn the opacity and blur all the way up. It really don't matter for that. Okay, there we go. Click on apply, click on next. Download, save, download photo. And last but not least, we have Instagram. Zoom this up, go to shadow, turn opacity up, blur on 20. So we're just repeating the same thing. This one is actually easy. So if you're struggling with this, I don't know. For the last one, I don't think I put the horizontal one on 1. I don't think I did that, but it's okay. So now let's go to sticker. I'm gonna go to Instagram, and I don't even remember which Instagram one that I used, which is fine. Make sure you search up Instagram logo or your social media logo so you won't be confused. Now, I do not know what I like, which Instagram one I use. I think I used the circle one. So we're just gonna use the circle one, and we're gonna bring this down to like right here. It's perfect. And let's add a shadow to it, vertical and horizontal to 0, opacity and blur up. And for adjust, we can turn like the contrast up, clarity all the way up. It's okay, it's fine, whichever one is okay to you. I'm gonna click on apply, next, save, and download photos. So now we have all of the stuff ready. Not quite. We're gonna go back again, click the back arrow, go to where it says sticker, and what I did was I searched up subscribe, and I think it was the first one. This one right here is the one that I used. No, it was not, because that looked ratchet. So we're gonna find us a better looking subscribe button. Okay, we're just gonna have to suffer with this one. It's okay. So we're gonna click on this, go to shadow, go to opacity and blur, and turn it all the way up, and go to horizontal and vertical, and we're gonna put it on 0, 0. And I like to go to color and click on the white one to make sure that it will be seen. So now let's click on black because I like the way that that's showing. So go to adjust, go to contrast, and let's see what this looks like. We could turn the contrast all the way up, and let's see about clarity. We can turn the clarity up as well. So I guess that looks good. So go to next, save, download photo, go back, go to sticker again. And what I did was I searched up a mouse click. Okay, we can use this one. So we're gonna add a adjust to it, turn the contrast up, clarity up as well, go to apply, and that just makes it look more sharpened, if that makes sense. So go to shadow and turn the opacity and blur all the way up, go to position, turn the horizontal and vertical on 0. Click on apply, click on next, and click on save, and click on download photo. So now we are finished with everything that we need for this particular intro. So now we're gonna go inside of CapCut, and we're gonna add all of the effects and stuff to it. So we're gonna click on new project, and we're gonna insert the picture of us in there. So go to photos, and I'm gonna insert the picture in there. And what I did was kind of like move it all the way over to like, I don't know, however many seconds that you feel like this intro will have. Make sure we're gonna go to 20. But my intro is actually 15 to like 16 seconds, but we're gonna go to 20 because I actually struggled and ran out of time when I had it to 15 seconds. Try to have it up some. You can delete the ending part if we have enough already, but it's best to have longer than shorter because it's gonna kind of be hard to make it look right, if that makes sense. So just trust me and put it on 20 seconds, okay? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to effects, and I'm gonna show y'all all the effects that I use. So they have this new effect on texture, and I used, like, you can use this one, you can use this one. The one that I used was fold number 2. You can use fold number 3, number 4. This is actually new, and I wanted to give it a try, and I really love it. So you can click on any one. I did fold number 2, so that's the one I'm going to use for this video. And what I'm going to do is zoom this effect all the way over to where it stops. The next effect that I'm going to use is butterfly effect. So we're going to go to where it says mood, and we're going to go all the way down, and I'm going to find the butterfly effect that I used. Now, you don't have to use exactly what I use if that's not what you want. But if you want yours exactly like mine, then sure. So you can do this one. I just don't like the way this one has my face looking, so I didn't use this one. I think I used this one. So yes, I went for the whimsical, or however you say that. That's the effect that I used as well. And we're gonna use one more effect. I think I used the mini stars. So we're gonna go to bling and the mini stars number 2, because I always use this one. So we're gonna move that over as well. And I'm about to go take a little quick peek at my intro and see what else I used. All right, so those were all the effects that I used. And the last thing that I used was the white background that I saved. So let's insert that as well. Go to overlay, go to add overlay, and insert the white background. So what I did was I zoomed this all the way up like that. And what I'm gonna be doing is go over to opacity, wherever that's at. We're gonna go to opacity and we're gonna turn this down. I'll say to like 15. 15 is perfect. So we're gonna go to 15. I just liked the little white look. You can do any other look, whatever fits you, but I feel like the white one was kind of give it like a blur type of thing. So I liked it. So that's all I did, y'all. Like, that was all I did, and just added the stuff that y'all seen. So now we're gonna save this and we're gonna let it save. This is also the app that I use to edit my videos with, and it's gonna be the app that I edit this video with. For everybody who keep asking me, what do I edit with? This is the app right here, and it works wonders. So the last app is Filmora Go. So Filmora Go is what I use to make my intro. So we're going to go inside of Filmora Go. We're going to click on where it says new project, and we're going to insert that video that we just saved from CapCut inside of Filmora Go. Now we have the video. It might look kind of weird, like the quality, but it is fine, y'all. It actually looks good. Like, once you put it back in CapCut or in your camera roll, you will see how good it looks. So I'm going to insert pretty inside of here. And what I'm going to do is zoom this up some like this. And I don't really trust like the little thing that it does when you put it in the middle, as if it's in the middle, because sometimes it doesn't look like it's in the middle. So I'm gonna insert that right there. Go back to picture in picture, add. And what I'm gonna insert is data. And that's actually the first thing that I inserted, but it's fine. So we're gonna insert this and kind of make it big and get this in the middle. And we're gonna tap on the first one so that the first one could do it. I'm gonna zoom this out some. All right, so that's how I do that. And what I'm gonna do is actually move this over pretty over so that it can kind of have a start like that. And then I'm gonna add this one and move it over. Actually, this one comes first and then pretty goes on top. So we're gonna move this over. All I'm doing is moving it over some, so like when the video start, it can kind of have like a start to it, and then the pretty Tata pops up, if that makes sense. So the first thing that's gonna pop up is Tata. So I'm gonna click on it and go to motion. And the motion that I use, I really do not remember the motion that I use, but I know I use like a swing or a flip. So use whatever motion you feel like is right with you, but I believe I use this one right here. And I'm gonna go to pretty. It's add that, because I remember that's what I added. So also another thing I remember doing is twisting the Tata up like that, kind of making it curve like that. So that's another thing I do remember me doing, so it can come in like that. So that's what I remember doing. And we're gonna make this come in for like, I'll say 4 seconds. So 4.0 seconds is where we're gonna end it. So like right here, click on it, click on split, and boom, we made it right on time. As you can see like how many seconds that you have it on, and as you can see, it's 4 seconds. So I'm gonna click on the bottom one, pretty, and we're gonna move this over to like right there, and we're gonna do the same thing for this one. And it already adds like a little outing to it, like it has an in animation. It already has like an out animation to it. So let's see, like that. And boom. Okay, so right here where the little minus sign that's standing up, if that makes sense, we're gonna click on it so that we can add a transition. All I did was go to zoom, and I used the first one. The first one is exactly what I used. So let's see, like that. All right, so this is next, and what we're gonna do is go to picture in picture, click on add a photo, and what we're gonna do is insert our first one, Instagram. And we're gonna move it over like that, make sure we can see. So I just zoom this in like just like that, and I kind of have a curve to it as well. We're gonna move this over some, because like I said, I like my stuff to have like a little start before it actually shows like the stuff that I have on it. We're gonna move over a little so that we can add our Instagram name. So pretty Tata, we'll zoom this up, and I said about right here. So if you want to add like a follow button or whatever, you can do that. Like, I just wanted this to be simple as possible. That's why I didn't add all of that. So yeah, so now let's add a motion to the Instagram one. We're gonna add a motion to it, and I think I just kept adding stuff like this to it. Okay, that, And then for this one, I remember like the names of my social medias, I always added a flip, and this was the kind of flip that I added, like this one right here. Remember this coming on top of it, so it's kind of hard to make the bottom one be on top of that one, so we're just gonna have to try our best to make this one be on the top. Okay, so yeah, so I like my pretty tailor to be on top of where it says Instagram, y'all. If y'all can see the difference, if you can't, it's okay. So now let's see what this look like. There we go. And I like mine to be 3 seconds for these scenes, because you don't want your intro to be too long. If you want it to be 2 seconds, go right ahead. This one is 4 seconds. So now we're gonna go to 7 so that it can be right here. Okay, now let's split it, and it's 3.2 seconds. So every time it wasn't like the right amount of seconds, I click the back arrow and I move back some, split it, and boom, we're right on time. So click on the social medias, and we're gonna move this right here. Click on this one and move it right here as well. All right, so now let's go to this one, and now we're gonna add the rest. I'm gonna move the Snapchat one right here. We're gonna move over some so that we can have room for Snapchat names. So right here, import, okay, like right there. And what I'm gonna do is move the Snapchat one. I'm gonna make these switch spots. All right, so now for the Snapchat one, we're gonna go to motion and insert one of the motions. So this one, and for the I am popping, my Snapchat name, I add the same clip. So yeah, since this one is 7 seconds, we're gonna go to 10 seconds. So hopefully this is 3 seconds. Nope, this is too far. Okay, so 3 seconds. So click on the social medias, and we're gonna bring this back, bring it back, bring it back, and do the same for the top one, bring it back. All right, and for the last one, and we're gonna move over some, and then we're gonna click on picture in picture again and add our Twitter name. All right, so now let's add our motion. Go to swing, go to the motion, and add the motion to the Twitter name. Go to flip, and the same flip that I used for the other ones, I'm gonna use for this one, which is this one right here. And make sure that it switch spots. Like your social media name should be the second one, and the actual name of the social media should be the first one, so that it can go on top of it. All right, this took too long to pop up, and we don't need that. We need it to pop up like right after, like that. So let's go back some so that it can be right at 3 seconds. I just like mine exactly 3 seconds. So click on the name, bring it back, click on Twitter, bring it back, and boom. So good thing we have more room, because when I made the intro, I ran out of room, y'all, and that was like the worst. So what we're gonna do is right here, we're gonna bring this all the way over, because it kind of slows down and lags if you leave all of these splits. It actually lags. If you want to see what I'm talking about, just keep it like that. So that's what I do. And yes, everything is still gonna be the same. So we're gonna go to picture in picture and add our subscribe button. So click on the subscribe button, and we're gonna insert it. I'm gonna bring this up. Now they have a subscribe button on here already, but I did not use it because it doesn't have a speed to it. So I didn't want to use that. So what we're gonna do is go to motion. I'm gonna add a motion to this too, because it deserves one. All right, so now let's go to picture in picture again, and we're gonna add our last thing, which is the mouse click. And we're gonna let these trade spots. I don't know why I keep doing it. Like whatever you want at the top, it has to be the first one. Whichever one you want at the bottom has to be the second one. Okay, so we're gonna make this look like it clicked it. And then you're gonna see what I do after that. So I'm gonna add a motion to this, and we're gonna find like, all right, so I just added like that little motion right there. And then I'm gonna do like a click sound effect to make it seem like it actually clicked on it when it didn't. So that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna stop the video. All right, so about right here. Okay, I don't like when, okay, 11 seconds, exactly 11 is where we're gonna stop it. So right here, we're gonna bring all this over. All I did was split it and deleted the end part because we don't need all of that. So boom. So we're gonna move this over some because we need this to come in right in time. All right, so like that. What we're gonna do is gonna export it, and we're gonna transfer to CapCut. So I like to turn this all the way to 1080. Click on continue export. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into CapCut. Let's go back, and we're gonna insert the video. So we got our video inserted in here. Let's delete the ending of CapCut. I hate when it adds that. So as you can see how clear it looks. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to YouTube, and all I did was search up like a Kaylani mashup or something like that. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. And the song that I used was right here. I had to pause it because some of the stuff in here is copyrighted. I think the sound that I use isn't the copyrighted version, so which is good, which I don't want to do too much because it might copyright me, which I hope it doesn't. How you download it and insert it to CapCut, you just click on share, then you click on copy link, and we're gonna go to YTMP3. Exactly how I showed y'all how to download the font is exactly how you download the music and all of that, and you just insert it to CapCut. So what we're gonna do is click on like the little app thing where it says please insert a valid video URL. You click in the box and you click on the box and you click on paste. Click on convert, and as you can see at the top, it shows the title of the video that we want to convert. So that's how you know it's doing its thing. So as it is converting, you just click on download once the download pops up, and it might take you to another page. But at the bottom right, all the way to the bottom right, you click on it and go back to the tab because it might take you to another tab. So click on download and it takes me to another page. Hurry up because it might be like a little spam. You just swipe away and go back to it and click on download, and at the top right you will see it downloading. While that's doing that, I'm gonna show y'all like the sound effect that I used. Go to YouTube and click like a button sound effect. You can do a button sound effect, a mouse click sound effect, it does not matter, whichever fits right with you, and all you have to do is do exactly what I showed you. So I don't know, but find one that you want, click on share, copy link, and bring it to here exactly how I'm showing y'all. This is gonna take all day. I already have this saved in my files. So I'm gonna just show y'all like a quick way because I don't have time waiting on it to download because this storage is gonna run out. So pretend Christina_signature is the song. You're gonna click on it, and then let me search up the Summer Walker song because I don't have time. But I already have the songs downloaded in here. So what I'm gonna do is click on it and go to the share button, and I'm gonna go to CapCut and click import audio to CapCut. So all you have to do is just find like the little part that you want to use. And I know everybody, I love Kehlani. Kehlani is my favorite singer or whatever. I really wanted to use that part, but too many people got that. So all right, so right here is where the Kehlani part, like the little drop is. So I just splitted it and I just bring it all the way to the left. I skipped through that part because I didn't want to get copyrighted for the other songs that they have on here. So all I'm doing is just dragging this all the way to the beginning, and I'm gonna show y'all. So let me go, let's hurry up because my storage be finna run out. All right, so right here you can see like the little drop. I'm gonna split it, delete, and right where it drops is where we're gonna like boom, like right where the Instagram finna pop up is where I want the beat to drop. So like let's move this over and let's see. And I'm catching feelings, baby. Alright, so that's right on point. That's right on point. So like right here, I'm gonna split it, delete the end part, and we're gonna click on the song, and we're gonna click on where it says fade because I like that little fade. So click on fade, and where it says fade out duration, that's like when the song, it sounds like it's about to end. So you just put like, you do all of it. And I'm catching. So for the fade in, I'm gonna do it too, so it can have like a fade in. So we're gonna fade this in. And I'm catching feelings, baby. So that's how I do that, and I'm gonna just show y'all like the little button that I use, the little button press. So we're gonna go to my files. I know I searched a button sound effect or something like that, so it's called the remote control one because that's only for a second. So actually search a remote control button click sound effect, and you will get this exact one that I use. So I actually like the first one. Either one is right. So right where it's finna touch the subscribe button. Okay, we can move it. It really doesn't matter because all of it look like it's touching it. So. Okay, there we go. So that's how I make my intro, y'all. Like I really don't know what else to show y'all. So we finna play this one more time. And no, I'm not gonna use this sound because too many people, like everybody and their mama got this. So I'm gonna just stick with the one I got. So. Baby, I'm dancing with a stranger.